Another type of loan that you can take out is a collateral loan. Sometimes these loans are called demand loans because if they don't pay back whatever it is, whoever you borrowed from, the bank or whatever, can demand your item or keep your item. So items that people often put up as collateral, it could be a house, it could be a car, it could be land, or even stocks. So here's an example. These ones require a little bit more work because you need to actually figure out the exact number of days. So if we're doing something like this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to say, okay, Tom uses his car as collateral. He takes out a loan on June 1st for $3,000. The interest on the loan is 14.5%. It is due to be paid back on August 30th. How much interest will he pay? So we're not counting June 1st, but we're going to count the next days, so the rest of the month. So we're going to go from June 2nd till the end of June, which is the 30th. So right now that's 29 days. Then he has all of July. There's 31 days in July, so there we have our 31 days. And then August, until the day he has to pay it back, so the 1st through the 30th, is 30 days. We're going to go ahead, we're going to add that together, and we'll end up with that he is having this loan for 90 days. Now we're going to go ahead and we are going to calculate the interest based off of that. So I can go ahead and I can start with that $3,000 that he borrowed. We're going to multiply times his interest rate. And then again, very similar to when we had our short-term loans, we have our 90 days out of 365. And then we'll go ahead and we'll be able to calculate that he will owe $107.26 in interest. Again, if he doesn't pay this loan, then the bank is able to repossess or take hold of his car that he put up as collateral. Here's another example. Sarah has a demand note for $4,500. It was issued on May 17th and paid on July 17th. She paid $4,721.37. We want to know what the interest rate was. So I still need to figure out how many days this is. Again, it doesn't really matter the order that you do this in, but I'm going to figure out the days first just because that makes sense to me. So I'm going to go ahead. And so we are going from the 18th to the 31st. So that's going to be 14 days that she has in May. In June, she has 30 days. And then in July, she has the 1st through the 17th, so she has 17 days. So in total, she had this loan for 61 days. We could figure out how much interest she had by subtracting. So then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say, okay, if she paid $4,721.37 and she took out a loan for $4,500, then that means that she paid $221.37 in interest. We want to figure out what the interest rate was, so we can use our interest formula. Again, here is the amount of interest that she paid. The principal on the loan was the $4,500. We don't know the rate. She had the loan for 61 out of 365 days. And so if I go ahead, I can multiply again. I'm just going to kind of do all my steps here. Again, you could multiply straight across and then divide by 365 is a good way to go about doing that. And so you get $752.05 times the rate. So then if we divide, we're going to end up with an interest rate of 29.4%.